Hi friends, look at my hat. It says birthday princess, and look, there's 5 candles. I am 5 today.
5 what?
What do you mean? You don't think I'm 5? I don't know, the hat says it. I'm 5. So we have a song for you today before I read Mr. Potter and Tabby Walk the Dog.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to you. All right. In case you didn't guess, it's my birthday today. And here is Mr. Potter and Tabby Walk the Dog. Oh my gosh, look at this. There's Tabby. I have an audience, huh? Mr. Potter and Tabby walk the dog, and Tabby is in a paper bag. And this is the dog. That dog looks very happy. We have 3 chapters: the Lollipop, the Nightmare, and the Dream Dog. And here's Teddy sleeping on the newspaper. Chapter 1, the Lollipop. Mr. Potter and his fine cat Tabby lived next door to Mrs. Teaberry and her small dog, Zeke. Oh, look at Zeke's looking to chase a squirrel. Mrs. Teaberry sometimes gave Mr. Potter eggplant for his supper, and Mr. Potter sometimes gave Mrs. Teaberry kiwis for her lunch. They were very happy living side by side. One day, Mrs. Teaberry slipped on a kiwi and hurt her foot. Mr. Potter and Tabby took her to the doctor. The doctor said, "This foot needs a rest. No walking Zeke for a week." "No walking Zeke for a week," cried Mrs. Teaberry. "But who will walk my little lollipop?" She always called Zeke her little lollipop. Then Mr. Potter, who had a very soft heart, said, I will walk your little lollipop." Mrs. Teaberry was happy. But she was a little worried. "I hope he doesn't tug," she said. "Oh, no," said Mr. Potter. "Zeke won't tug." "I hope he doesn't wrap around trees," she said. "Oh, no," said Mr. Potter again. "Zeke won't wrap." They're in the car. Here's a Buick 8. Nice car. "And I hope he doesn't chase other dogs," she said finally, "especially the big ones." "Oh, no," said Mr. Potter for the last time. "Zeke is a good dog." Do you like that car, Rafi? I do. "Zeke is a fine dog." Mr. Potter looked at the little lollipop. "Zeke is a dream dog," Mr. Potter said with a smile. Zeke, his tail is wagging. Chapter 2, the Nightmare. Zeke was a nightmare. The first day Mr. Potter and Tabby took him for a walk, he tugged and tugged and tugged. He tugged Mr. Potter and Tabby through yards and creeks and houses they had never been through before. Oh my goodness, look at these people's faces. When Mr. Potter and Tabby got home, they had to have some warm milk and pudding and a nap. Zeke is not a dream dog, Mr. Potter said to Tabby when they woke up. Zeke is a nightmare. The second day, they took him for a walk. Zeke wrapped around trees. He wrapped around an elm tree. He wrapped around a pine tree. He wrapped around a pear tree. And he always wrapped Mr. Potter and Tabby with him. When Mr. Potter and Tabby got home, they had to have some warm milk and popovers and a nap. Do you know what popovers are? They're a really yummy pastry with filling, like a fruit filling inside. Mm-hmm. Zeke is not a dream dog, Mr. Potter said to Tabby when they woke up. Zeke is a nightmare. The third day, Zeke chased dogs, and he didn't chase little ones. He chased big ones. He chased a Russian wolfhound. He chased a Great Dane. He chased a Saint Bernard. He chased them until they got bored with being chased. Look at those big dogs. They got all tired out. Then they turned around and chased Zeke and Mr. Potter and Tabby. The big dogs chased them through yards and creeks and the houses that they had never been through before. When Mr. Potter and Tabby got home, what do you think they're going to have? They had to have some warm milk and shortbread and a nap. Zeke is not a dream dog, Mr. Potter said to Tabby when they woke up. Zeke is a nightmare. And the two of them sat a long time wondering what to do. They weren't sure they could live through 4 more days with the lollipop. Do you hear his clock ticking? Chapter 3, The Dream Dog. Here's the deal, Zeke, Mr. Potter said on the 4th day. You be a good dog, and every day after our walk, you'll get a nice surprise. Zeke was a smart dog. He knew what a deal was. The 4th day, he didn't tug, he didn't rap, and he didn't chase. He was a dream dog. So Mr. Potter and Tabby took him to the Frosty Freeze. Zeke had a hot fudge sundae with extra cherries. That's a big smile on Zeke. The 5th day, Zeke didn't tug, and he didn't rap, and he didn't chase. He was a dream dog again. So Mr. Potter and Tabby took him to the swimming pool. He jumped off the diving board 15 times. On the 6th day, Zeke was a dream dog, and he went to the carnival. look at Tabby. Zeke has scared her. On the 7th day, Zeke was a dream dog, and he went to the zoo. When Mr. Potter and Tabby took Zeke home for the last time, Mrs. Teaberry asked, "Was Zeke a good lollipop?" And Mr. Potter, who had brought her pecans instead of kiwis, smiled the biggest smile. He said, "Zeke was a dream lollipop." Then he and Tabby said goodbye and went home and had a party. I'm going to join their party. That looks like a lot of good things to eat and a lot of fun. And here's a picture in the back. Oh, Zeke, he wants to go for a walk. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Potter and Tabby today, walking good Zeke, the dream dog. And I will see you tomorrow with another Mr. Potter and Tabby. Bye-bye.